Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Raleigh's Monday, May 4th meeting. So glad that you all are here. And yeah, it's beautiful weather outside. It's beautiful energy on the inside. Thank you so much for being here today. And I want to say, with John Cates is not here, so I can talk good about him and get away with it. I am proud to be a Rotarian, and I hope that you all feel that way. If you were able to attend the Governor's Mansion tree dedication that we had last Monday, we had a wonderful turnout. Over 120 people showed up. It was a great representation of the great work that Rotary does in our communities. And I hope that if you're a guest here today, you'll see some pictures of it, but you'll also get to hear a little bit about what we're actively doing in our community and how we're engaging you as a guest as well as our members currently to get involved. So with that, before we jump into the invocation and pledge, as a reminder for everyone, as always, the QR code is up on the screen there. So please scan that. If you parked in the parking garage behind the Tobacco Road, we don't want you getting a bill. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tom Jordan for the invocation and pledge. Tom.
We could all stand. Our Heavenly Father, we gather today in fellowship and service, grateful for the opportunity to come together as members of the Rotary community. Thank you for the gifts of leadership, compassion, and commitment that each person brings to this table. Guide our thoughts and our discussions that they may be wise, respectful, and productive. Help us to serve our communities with integrity, generosity, true spirit of service above self. In Christ's name, amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, beautiful for space, and for friend, for purple mountains and sweet America, America, God shed His grace on me, and crowned thy book with from sea to shining sea.
Rotary, that spells victory. Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much for that, Tom. Now it's my favorite part of today's meeting where we get to highlight our guests. So if you're a guest, we're going to be coming around today, passing you the mic. We just love to hear your name, what you do, and what brought you to Rotary. And as a quick highlight, just want to say a thank you to Chelsea for being here today and talking about America 250 here in North Carolina. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Jennifer.
All right. If you are a guest, can you please stand up, introduce yourself?
Hey, y'all. I am Pharrell Keogh. I'm in commercial real estate. I was invited here by this wonderful president you have, Harrison. And before this, my father was a Rotarian up in Frederick, Maryland. And I was the best free labor they ever had. You can quote me on that. And I had such an amazing time coming down here. I wanted to have that opportunity again. So thank you all so much for having me here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Turn off the mics from up there, it'll work. All right, and over here, we're here. Oh.
Is it on? Okay. Hey everyone, I'm from America 250 NC. I'm here with my partner Chelsea today. We both work for America 250 NC. We're at the State Archives. We're here to tell you about the 250th commemoration.
Hey everyone, like Alana said, my name is Chelsea Kiefer. We're here to talk about America 250 with you guys today, all about the commemoration and how to get involved.
Thanks so much, Jennifer. And thank you to our guests for being here today. All right, moving on. We got a service update by Kevin Summers. Come on up, Kevin.
Thank you, President Harrison. The rain on Saturday unfortunately canceled our stream cleanup, so it'll be either be scheduled 2 weeks from this past Saturday or 4 weeks. It won't be on Labor or Memorial Day weekend. So more to come on that. Keep an eye on your bulletin. We also, this month, Sarah Reeves and Terry are not here today, but we're going to do a book drive. So I'm encouraging you. There'll be information sent out via email. This is for Wake Up and Read, and they are looking in particular. Let me pull up my notes here. They are looking for books, simple picture books with great illustrations and very few words, so for young children. Also looking for some Spanish bilingual books, graphic novels, and as well as bibliographies or biographies of relatable figures. Again, these are for children, so any books you may have around the house that are in good condition, or if you want to go out and buy books, thrift stores have great opportunities to buy books. We've supported Wake Up and Read over the years. Richard's done a great job at kicking off this relationship, and I want to really support this in May, so keep that in mind. And finally, I'm going to turn it over to past President Eric. He's going to give you an update on our great Raleigh cleanup with the Crabtree Club.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, so our stream cleanup this past weekend was rained out, but the prior weekend, the Crabtree Club held an event with a group called the Great Raleigh Cleanup. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they sort of organize these greenway and stream cleanups all over the area. And we had a great turnout, including 5 members, I think, from our club. I see Shake there, Angie was there, Adam was there, I was there with my wife, and I think maybe one other person. But we're cleaning up the Crabtree Creek area around the mall, and got a lot of work done. It was a very well organized event. They had snacks for everybody afterwards, so kudos to them for that. And I think they're going to try to turn that into an annual thing, so stay tuned.
Wonderful. Thank you for those updates. And a quick volunteer opportunity that came across our desk in our email last week. There's a new volunteer opportunity that's happening the May 15th through the 17th. 7710, as you know, our district has been doing a year focus on doing projects out in Western North Carolina to help those communities. So we have a new opportunity to supporting home repair for low-income seniors and families in Watauga and Avery counties. It will be a 2-day event, and there, I believe from the email, we're looking for 6 to 8 additional volunteers. So I think there's an opportunity for, if you are interested in our club, let Linda or myself know. We can send you additional details. They've pushed out the deadline to Wednesday for signing up, and it sounds like it's about $105 to $150 for room and board and food for those 2 days. So if you want to, if you got an open schedule and want to head out to Western North Carolina, please let us know and we'll get you connected with the right people. 105 per night, so 210. Yeah, 210 for the 2 days. That's right. All right, moving on. We got Diamante Sanders coming up for a membership update. Look at you get a ovation there.
Thank you, guys. Glad to be here on this Monday again, one more time. Guys, how are we doing today? All right. I feel so good about it. Just give it to me one more time because I love this club so much. How are we doing today? There we go. Excited. I'm ecstatic to be here. As you guys know, give a brief update really quick. We had our membership orientation. Was it Thursday? Yep. Really good. I want to say thank you, Randy, for coming out. Board member Randy. He did an awesome job. He really basically took over it, to be honest, explaining it regarding the foundation and everything. All I did was just come up, tie up the buttons a little bit, but that was pretty much it. If you guys have not attended, if you're a new member, you have not attended, get ready. I'm going to be doing a Zoom one. So if you guys can go ahead and get that check mark off your list, because we want you to get those blue badges here at the club. So your blue badge is very, very important. But with that being said, I'm going to do a second reading from Angie, she couldn't be here today. She had another event she had to attend to. Basically explain to her why. Her why was basically for joining the club is that she wanted to be more involved with the community, connect with good people, and be a part of work that makes a real difference. She loves how Rotary proves that small things matters just as well as the big things. And yes, the environmental projects definitely got her. Planting trees and protecting the places we live. That was very info, and she was very excited about that. And at the end of the day, Rotary feels like a place where good intentions turn into real action, which is definitely true. And that's exactly the kind of thing and the kind of people she wants to be a part of and serve. So you guys are making a great impact on people, especially with this Raleigh, this America 250 campaign. It's doing a lot of great things. So we thank you. And just let's continue to do amazing things in Raleigh, you guys. You guys have a great one.
Thank you, Diamante. Appreciate that, sir. All right. And one thing that we are doing again, Coffee with Rotarians is back. We did this earlier on in the year where you are randomly picked and put together with 2 or 3 Rotarians, and you all are just, your task is to go out, grab coffee or lunch, and get to know each other a little bit more. So if you've already signed up, Linda and I have your information. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that probably means that you're not signed up. So please let Linda and I know that you want to be involved in that, and we'll make sure that in the next week, we'll have our first set of emails going out, getting everybody connected. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. All right. With that, we got Charles Bailey with a fundraising update, sir. Looking super sharp today, sir.
Thank you. All right. So a shout out to our sponsors, Art Marietta, WRL, Duke Energy, and North State Bank. I didn't know they were still in business. Thanks to all of our sponsors so far. To date, we've got $79,832 raised towards our $100,000 goal. We've got 20 tree sponsors secured, 16 partners and sponsors engaged, and plus 40 plus Rotarians that have participated. The next part of our campaign is going to be community involvement. And so we wanted to try to get communities to sponsor a tree or purchase an American 250 oak tree to plant on their own property. So if you can share the campaign on your social media, talk about it with clients, friends, neighbors, or make an introduction to someone who wants to sponsor a tree. The last thing there, I'll just read verbatim, is this is Rotary at its best, bringing people together to create something lasting and meaningful. And that's it.
Thank you, Charles. Appreciate that. Yeah, what amazing work that we've done as a Rotary Club. We originally had a goal of, it was a $50,000 goal that moved to a $75,000 goal. We're almost at $80,000 now. Bringing this all the way to July, I think that we can easily get to 100,000. Now, it's nice to have that a feather in our cap, but also just, the impact of, we've planted over 250 trees already in Raleigh. And talking with John, there's some opportunities where we might be going above beyond what we're doing with the city of Raleigh on that. And John did confirm with them, talking with the city of Raleigh, they have never had an organization donate that many trees. So we hold the record for the amount of trees donated to the city of Raleigh, which is a huge testament to what we're doing here. And it's a great way to love our city, especially with the America 250 campaign and just celebrating America at the 250th birthday. All right, moving on. We have a real quick RILA update with Shakima. Shake, if you want to come on up.
Well, I'm up here just to inform our beautiful club that we were able to send an 11th grader out to RILA, and he had a beautiful time. Sadly, we did have a video of him thanking the Rotary Club, but our video system we have to work on. But yeah, I just wanted to just give a brief update. He had an awesome time. Thank you, Rotary Club of Raleigh, for helping me get participants. Because I know it was really hard. And again, this is annual, so just please keep in mind, Ryla, we're sending 11th graders out to a 3-day camp to learn about leadership, to learn about mentorship and community service, and more about Rotary. And he did an excellent, outstanding presentation about what he learned about leadership. And again, sadly, we don't have the video. However, we will, if you're interested in hearing his video, we will try to send it out to you all if you request it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll work and see if we can get that video out to everybody because we definitely want to hear what he had to say, and thanks to the club. So, all right, birthdays and anniversaries. We have no anniversaries, but Racine Sinclair's birthday is on the 5th, on the 9th. And then Lewis Rogers is also on the 9th. So happy birthday to Racine and Lewis. No anniversaries. Then we want to highlight our upcoming meetings. On the 11th, next coming up Monday, we've got our very own Chuck Leedy. He's going to be presenting to the club, talking about the fluctuation in oil prices, which is going to be an interesting conversation. I'm excited about that. On the 18th, we have our Wilson Heyman VSLA winner dedication. We have Smedes York this year that we're honoring, and I'm very excited to have him come to the club so we can honor him. And then on the 25th, we do not have a meeting because of Memorial Day. All right, moving on now. We are going to go over to the raffle. Tom.
All right. Anybody else want to keep the ticket while it's still good? Anybody else? All right. Yeah. All right, I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, yeah, no worries. All right, we got ticket number 144434. 144434. Tom. There we go, sir. All right, Tom. Now you get the opportunity to pick a card. You get the ace of clubs. You win the full pot, which is how much? Do you know how much the full pot is?
65.
Oh, 60. The big jackpot.
The big.
Okay, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's about $400. There we go. That's okay.
We'll do it right here.
Three hearts.
3 hearts.
All right, you want to tear that up? There we go. All right. Well, now it carries over. You got do get the winnings of today though for 65.
Nice. I get to.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. All right, now we have the opportunity to go around and get some happy dollars. As always, we have the red cart buckets on the tables for the Dimensional Alliance. If you have any additional funds that you want to put in there, please do so. But do we have any happy dollars? Oh, Tom. Good, sir.
So last week, my wife and I were lucky to score tickets for Bruce Springsteen in Chicago. And we went and had a wonderful time in Chicago for 5 days. We saw the concert on Wednesday night. And I got to tell you, I want to be Bruce at 75. 3 hours straight, nonstop, never even sat down. Amazing at 75 years old. Then we started that night off for any foodies in here? Anybody watch the Food Network? We had an opportunity to sit at the chef's table at Stephanie Izard, the Iron Chef's Girl and the Goat restaurant. It was spectacular. It was one of the best meals you could ever have. And watching them cook, I picked up a lot of tips. So that was great. And then you got to top it off with a Cubs game on Friday. And they even won their 10th win in a row at home. So that was fabulous. Oh yeah, there's one more. I didn't want to forget this one. We have our first granddaughter 2 weeks ago. Holly, her name's Holly Bean, and my wife and I came up with the idea while we were in Chicago. We went and made a poster that said Holly, and we stood under the bean and sent it to our our family, they loved it that we thought of it. So wonderful week last week.
Amazing.
And that's 20 bucks for her.
That's congratulations, sir. I was getting worried there. You were getting all those updates. I'm like, what about your granddaughter, man?
That's for last.
Tommy? There you go.
I'll go. I have to have Linda get me an IOU on this one because I don't have cash. But we had a great time this weekend. David Forrest and I and 11 other couples. So 12 couples ran down to Atlantic Beach this weekend. We stayed down there, did a boat trip for 2 days, got out on the water and everything, and went to, I don't know, probably every restaurant there. I think we saw them all, and we had libations at all of them, I believe. So it was a hugely successful trip in some ways other than the weather. But we had a great time, and I'm not Rotary president yet, so I had nothing else to do. So I planned a trip. So next year, maybe we won't do that.
That's awesome. Good stuff, Tommy. All right. Any other happy dollars? Oh, Eric. Oh, we got quite a few. This is great.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to our guest that snuck in sort of late, Audrey Reed from the Crabtree Club. She came in a little bit after we introduced the guest, but she is the immediate past president of the Crabtree Club. And if you recall last year, she was involved. She was the one that sort of led the effort to do the music park at Moore Square. And she also was the driving force behind this amazing America 250 America's Playlist concert that took place a few weeks ago at Fletcher Theater downtown. Several of us went to that, and it was a wonderful, amazing event. And of course, her club was the one that organized the stream cleanup that several of us just attended. So welcome to Audrey.
Thank you for everything you do, Audrey. Indeed. All right. We'll go to you and over here then. Go ahead, Charlie.
Thank you. It's good to be back with you after being gone 2 weeks to Europe to see our son and the Belgium and the Netherlands.
Yes.
We saw great Belgian chocolate, Belgian waffles, Belgian beer, Belgian French fries with mayonnaise. Saw the Battle of Waterloo, saw Flanders Field, and then took a tour up to see the tulips up near Amsterdam. So I'm back. I'm just got back, but I'm still on jet lag. So thank you. It's good to be back. Go USA.
It's good to have you back, brother. Have your energy. Diamante.
So I already gave my $2 through the card, but basically the first announcement is, you guys, I'm still in real estate development, but I will be leaving the credit union. Yes, I'll be leaving the credit union June 5th. I am pivoting into, I have a desire because of being a part of Rotary and, our polio. So I'm actually going to be joining one of the first clubs or one of the first organizations that were involved in polio. It's Eli Lilly. So I'll be going to there, the pharmaceutical company, June 14th. I'll be flying to Indiana for a couple of weeks. Then I'll be coming back to the RTP area. And then last but not least, as of, I'll be sworn in for Johnson County's Board of Equalization and Review. So I've just became a board member. So basically what that means is when people have issues regarding their taxes, property taxes going up and they have those issues, I am on that board now for Johnson County. So it should be coming out pretty soon when I get sworn in. So just want to give you guys an update.
Wonderful, man. Congratulations, Diamante. That's awesome. Linda.
I'm sorry that I missed the Governor's Mansion event last week, but I was happy. I was on vacation in Mexico all week, and I had a great time there snorkeling, and it was beautiful weather. And although I did get a little sunburned on the boat, I wisely turned down the tequila shots at 10 a.m. So I'm okay.
We're glad you had a good time, Linda. You deserved it. Well, awesome. Welcome back. And Charlie, I know you are a Happy Dollars King. Anyway, I'm so sorry, Tom. All right. Well, wonderful. Any other Happy Dollars? That's a great group right there. Awesome. All right, now we have the honor of having our feature presentation today with Chelsea Kiefer. She is the outreach coordinator for America 250 NC. She has an undergraduate degree in history and a master's in public history. She is passionate about diverse and inclusive narratives, cultivating a love of learning outside of the classroom and creating engaging environments that inspire thought-provoking questions and historical thinking. She enjoys traveling the state for America 250 NC and inspires all North Carolinians to see themselves in the 250 plus years of the story of our state. With that, we're going to turn it over to Chelsea.
And down, right?
And down.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for that great introduction. It's almost like I wrote it myself. So, like Harrison said, my name is Chelsea Kiefer. I'm the outreach coordinator for America 250 NC. And so raise your hand if you've heard of America 250 NC. Good. Okay. So what we are is that we are North Carolina's official initiative to commemorate 250 years since the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence and that long 250 plus year struggle for freedom for all Americans, especially in the state of North Carolina. I know we have at least one Englishman in here, so I'm very sorry about this presentation, but we're going to talk about a lot about how you guys lost. So today we want to talk about some of the ways to get involved, some of the resources that we have. And when I say we, I have our educator here with me as well, Alana Gomez. She actually got roped into this literally after 8 o'clock this morning. So she put a presentation together and is going to talk about some of her amazing projects as well and add a lot of value for you guys today. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was our county committees. And out of 100 counties in North Carolina, 89 have an official county committee to celebrate the commemoration on a local level. We're very, very proud of this. We're very proud of all North Carolinians who are getting so involved in the commemoration. You all have a great one here in Wake County that's very active. I know all of you have been very involved, especially in the Liberty Tree Project, which we're very excited to hear about. So if you ever want to learn your county committee, if you're not in Wake County, if you're in Johnson or another local one, we have a website where you can go on there. You can find the directory for all of our county committees. So you can see their contact information, their website, their social media. If you're traveling the state and want to get involved, if you want to know what they're doing when you're up in Asheville, you can contact them and ask. This is also a great way if you want to have volunteer opportunities. So a lot of times people contact us for volunteer opportunities. We don't necessarily have as many, especially in communities. The county committees are going to be kind of our boots in the ground and who you can talk to about getting more involved. So please reach out to them. They're always happy to talk to you. They're always happy to have you work on a project with them, an event, anything like that. We also, and this is on our county committee page, but this is great for everyone who wants to get involved. We have kind of preset projects on our county committee page. There's 6 that show on this slide, but there's at least 9 on there. There might be 10 now. And those let you know things that you can easily get involved with your communities. One great one is America's Potluck. So on July 5th, right after the 4th of July, when we're all tired and Alana and I will be, questioning our thoughts of getting into public history at all, a lot of people across this country are still going to be celebrating. Alana and I will probably not be there because we'll be sleeping. But if you want in your own community to make a potluck, it's a great day to show how people did the commemoration, and then we want to come together as a community. So when we celebrate the commemoration and we honor that history of the United States, and not just about beating Britain, which is a great part of it, it's also about honoring those 250 years of the Declaration of Independence, of how we have or have not lived up to it, and celebrating our neighbors and our diversity of what makes us a great state. And America's Potluck is a great way to do that. With America 250 NC, one of the great things we're proud of is that we had over $2.1 million a few years ago to distribute in grant projects around the state. We were able to do almost 130 grants throughout about 74 counties in the state. These projects are still ongoing. So if you look on our website, our event calendar, our social media, our newsletter, you'll see events popping up across the state. A lot of these are grant funded. Some of these are amazing concerts. Some of these are community art. Some of these are large commemorative events. They're very, very special, and they're very community driven. So please check those out and see what everyone's working on. We are extremely proud of the use of this money, not just that we were able to fund it, but also the amazing things that people are doing across North Carolina. The things that they come up with and following up on them, seeing their projects come to fruition has been a great part of our jobs. We also have a lot of blogs online about some of the things that they've done and some updates on them. So please check them out. It's wonderful to travel to your state and see what everyone's doing. I put this on here even though it's over because this is probably one of Alana and I's both favorite things that we have done with this commemoration. So last year we decided to get together and challenge 4th graders across the state to make a county flag that represents their community, their county, and then write an essay about the symbolism that was in their flag. And we were both so nervous when we did this. Is fourth grade old enough to do this? Are teachers going to be able to put another thing on their plate? Are people going to buy in? But we had about 30 counties participate. And when we got these drawings back from these students and these essays explaining what the symbolism meant, what their community meant to them, we were blown away. So the first place and runner-up for each of the participating counties is displayed on our website, and we really invite you to take a look at them to just see the wonderful eyes of your state through these children who were coming up during this commemoration. I don't want to assume, but many of you probably remember 1976. These are the kids who are going to remember at the 300th. They're going to remember the 250th. So it's great to see what they feel about it during today. We have a full event calendar on our website as well, and I bring that up for two reasons. One, if you're traveling a state, we have almost 800 events on it right now. You can filter through region, you can filter through type of event. So if you want to see historic interpretation, if you want to see commemorative anniversaries of battles, if you want to see public art, concerts, etc. But another reason I wanted to bring it up is that this is a community calendar. So if you have anything going on that could at all relate to the themes of America 250, please put it on there. We want to highlight your events. We want to put them on our website, our social media, our newsletter, and get the word out. Once you put them in there, we review them, just make sure that they're kind of related to the 250th anniversary. It doesn't necessarily need to be history focused or colonial America focused, but something that relates to the themes of that commemoration. I go through and approve them. I'm pretty loosey-goosey about what I think relates to the themes. I think anything in America and North Carolina past really relates to bringing people together for the commemoration. Because we are in Raleigh, I really wanted to point out one big event that we have. When we go around the state and we tell people about all these events that we'll be at, we were just at Halifax for their anniversary. We were at Morris Creek Bridge for their anniversary. People go, what's going on the 4th? So we are having a very large event at the state capitol grounds on the 4th. They have a 4th of July event every year. They're wonderful staff there. It's going to be a lot bigger. We're going to have over 60 vendors there, multiple concerts going on throughout the day. There'll be a parade early in the morning, at night to kind of even it out. The city of Raleigh's doing fireworks at Dix Park. So it's going to be really an all-day event. There will be a wonderful exhibit made by Alana inside the state capitol. So please check that out. It's going to be on the bicentennial. So that's great to see. It's a great day if you want to visit your state capitol. It's yours. Your taxes pay for it. Come out and see it. And it's a great day too. But if you're not going to be in Raleigh for some reason on the 4th and you want something to do on 4th of July, we also have a separate page on our calendar events that pulls out all Independence Day events. So again, if you're doing anything in your community, if your church is doing something, if your neighborhood's having a 4th of July event, please get it up on there. That way we're just amplifying your voice to make people know what you're doing. And this just shows that separate 4th of July event calendar. So it has the Freedom Fest at the top and then everything going on under that could be yours. One of the ways that we are able to bring actual history across the state that we're very excited about sharing are exhibits. We have 3 types of exhibits. We have digital exhibits online that are free and accessible at any time. We have traveling exhibits that go all across the state. These are also free for anyone, any kind of institution to borrow. We've had institutions from small museums to libraries to senior centers, community centers borrow these traveling exhibits. This means a lot to me because I am very big on trying to make history accessible to people. And not all people have a museum in their community. Not all people feel welcomed in a museum or feel like it's a place that they can hang out and that they're comfortable in. These exhibits bring colonial American history, their shared past to them, which is very special. We're very happy at how many people have rented these out and the very much diverse places that they've been. That said, some of these are now booked out through 2027 and even into 2028, which we're very proud of, but it does mean that if you want one, there's somewhat limited schedule availability for some of them. So what we did was we put out the files for each of our traveling exhibits for free online. You can use those and print your own. So you don't have to print them in big traveling pop-out banners like we do, which is similar to this one right here. What you can do is you can just print them on poster board or foam board to kind of save cost for your institution. So if you have an event going on, you want to add an exhibit to it, it's a wonderful way to do so. Alana is going to talk a little bit more about these, and she's our educator for America 250, but I wanted to put it on here that we have plenty of free educational resources online through all ages. We link to lesson plans for K through 12. We also have a lot of research resources for all ages. So if you want to learn more about your state, please go on there and see a lot of our free resources to get started. We have maps, we have records, we have newspapers, all kinds of good things on there. And we're always open to talk to you and chat to help your research. We're stationed in the archives building downtown, so a lot of us know the archive staff. We also know the state library staff. So if we can't help you, we normally know who to direct you to. So we're always open and excited to talk about historical research. We're pretty nerdy, so we're always happy to get those kinds of emails. We also wrote a children's book series for America 250, which has been very successful and very exciting to get out into the community. So we have 3 on colonial North Carolina. So the first is Within Our Power, which is on the Edenton Tea Party. Anyone familiar with that story? So the Edenton Tea Party was the first recorded women's political movement in what would become the United States, and it happened right here in North Carolina. Similar to the Boston Tea Party, these women were fighting against unfair taxes and wanted to boycott British goods. Instead of being anonymous, like the men in Boston who dressed up like indigenous people and threw the tea in the water, these women signed their names to resolve and bowed it to the King of England. So went over there in London, and I'm sorry for our English gentlemen, London people did not accept it well. They were kind of jerks about it. They made a bunch of political cartoons, making fun of them, told the colonist men to keep control of their women. So it's a very powerful story that we like to tell. The second, Freedom's How, is about the Battle of Alamance and the Regulators movement. Before the War for Independence, there were a lot of skirmishes and battles about people just trying to get freedom, and not necessarily from the British Crown, but treated as equal British citizens. The third, Blues March, is about the Over Mountain Men. So a lot of North Carolinians were in the battle, but it actually happened in South Carolina, right over the border. We also have a book club, which this needs to be updated, but we did extend this to December 2026. This has been a lot of fun. I'm on it every month. I love meeting so many people. I've had people come up to me at events to talk about the book club. It's been a great fun. So our next one is going to be Tobacco Wise, which we'll read in June. We do it every other month, so we'll also have August, October, and December. I don't have those picked out yet, but they will go up on our website and social media soon. So if you have suggestions, feel free to let me know. They're all great North Carolina historical fiction. We have amazing people who join. It's all virtual so that it's free for anyone across the state can join and come and talk to us. The conversations are always wonderful. Another way that we make a lot of our projects and local history accessible to people is through our blog post. Our blogs cover everything from local history to how each county in North Carolina got their name, to projects we're working on, events that we went to. Alana has been working on a wonderful blog series with the state archives that goes over some of their original resources and primary sources once a month. We have a new one from our historical research office in our building that's going to go out once a week for a while. So we try to put out a lot of blog posts. But you also can submit your own. So if you're working on a project like your Liberty Tree project that you would like to highlight, we'd love to have you send us either the blog or you can send me text, and I'm happy to write it into an article for you, send photos. It's just another way to kind of get you what you're doing highlighted. If you have researched a really cool local history story that you feel like people would love to hear about, that you want to get out there, this can be a great way to do it. So please email me anytime. Whether you've written the whole blog or you want some help about what you want to amplify your voice, we're happy to get that up for you. I'm going to go past this one because it's mostly for kids. So our social media, we like to highlight everything on our social media. So whatever you put on our event calendar, we're more than likely be up on our social media. We're active on Facebook and Instagram, so please follow us. We post trivia up there, which is always fun. It's the best way to stay up to date with our events. Our event calendar on our website is a community calendar, so that's not really how to follow where we will be, but we post all the events that we will be at on our social media. We post a lot about people throughout time that you should know, some good information like that. Also, if you're doing something that's America 250 related in any way, tag us and we'll share it. I always want to kind of amplify your voices and make you guys have a bigger audience. We send out one newsletter a month. We don't spam your inbox, just one. You can read all of the previous ones online. We really invite you to please sign up. This is where we're going to pull every event that's happening that month out of our event calendar and put it in one place for you. We give you some good local history throughout North Carolina, not just Revolutionary, but throughout We let you know projects we're working on, things that are coming up. So it's a great way of how to get involved and know what's going on across the state. I'm going to skip this one so you can talk about it. And then I'm going to let Alana talk, but I always like to end up just saying that one of the other ways that we can get involved in your community is with public talk. So not just what we're doing today, which is we're telling you what resources we have and how you can get involved in the commemoration and what we can offer you, but we also have a list of people who can talk about historical topics. So if you want to have a talk on Revolutionary North Carolina, if you want to have a talk on the Eatonton Tea Party or anything North Carolina past, we have someone in that building who can come and talk to you about it. So please reach out. We would love to have speakers at any of your events. And I am going to pass it over to Alana. Are there any questions for Chelsea before I hop on? All right. I apologize. I only have my tiny computer screen today. I'll try and hold it up. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot about this. Thank you, Chelsea. Chelsea gave an amazing overview. So you basically know everything you need to know through her. But I did have our educator page popped up. And since you all probably can't see it, I'll just let you know about some of our educational materials. Do we have retired teachers or current teachers in the room? Anyone whose family member is a teacher, perhaps? Okay, great. So if you are interested in wanting to share information with them, I would love for you to check out our education resources page. We have our NCpedia. If you've never heard that, it's through the state library, and that's basically like encyclopedia, but for North Carolina history, which is awesome. You can find basically anything about North Carolina on there. We also have ready to go lesson plans. If you happen to know a teacher who is looking for a way to get involved in the 250th, we have lesson plans that are ready to go with standards for K through 12 so that they don't have to do extra work. As we all know, teachers are really busy. And then as Chelsea said, we have printable activities. If you're having a America 250 program and you know there's going to be kids there, you can just go on our website and print off a few sheets of certain activities for kids. Adults like them too sometimes. And then as Chelsea briefly mentioned, her and I come out and do educational programs for kids and teens and adults. So we are happy to do that with you or someone you know at any time. And that has ranged from looking at old materials in the archives to playing historical games with kids, which was really fun. Okay, another thing I want to tell you all about, which it'll be hard to see, but we have a oral history project. How many people have heard of oral history or have done an oral history? 1, 2, 3. Great. Yes. So oral history is when somebody, a historian, an oral historian, sits down with you and takes your story. We have a sort of smaller one called Voices of North Carolina that is on our America 250 website, where you can write in or record a video of yourself talking about your story in North Carolina. But another initiative we have that involves longer form oral histories is with New Americans. So if you have a family member, you yourself, or your neighbor is somebody who is a new American citizen to the United States within even the past 20 years, we'd love to hear their story and what it's like living in North Carolina. And I think the last thing I wanted to share with you all is we have the North Carolina Brigade sketch coming to the state capitol. That's going to be on our events page. It's coming up next week, I believe, and it's a free event. You're going to be able to see one of the only, I think there's maybe 5 of them, Chelsea, or something like that, eyewitness hand sketch of a North Carolina brigade during the Revolutionary War. I believe there's a reception as well. That'll be at the state capitol next week. It'll be very cool. Chelsea and I will probably be there. And it's on our website under events. But if you have any more questions, you can definitely reach out to Chelsea or I. All right. Sorry for my tiny screen. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Yeah.
You guys are doing a lot throughout the entire state, right?
Mhm.
With different communities. What's been something that's been surprising that you found along your presentation journey or whatnot, or like just a favorite fact about North Carolina history?
You have one.
So something surprising that I've seen as we've gone around. So I have worked here for under a year now. I started in June 2025. So I wasn't here when they originally started America 250 NC. I was replacing someone who left for another job. And one of the things, first of all, when we started traveling around, people weren't really sure what America 250 was. People weren't sure that North Carolina was turning 250 years old. It was kind of a shock to people. It really snuck up on us, right? But what I was pleasantly surprised about is how much passion people have about this state. I've moved around quite a lot in my life. So I grew up in Baltimore. I lived in Georgia for quite a while. I came here in 2020 during COVID. So I don't know if I have like a place where I consider home right now. I feel like I've been kind of moving around. I don't know if I'm going to stay here for the rest of my life. So many people who crossed paths in North Carolina immediately feel like they're home and feel so passionate about the state and want to learn so much more about it, that talking to people around the state, interacting with people, made me feel more passionate about what I was doing. I love history. I love connecting people with the past, making them understand how we got to where we were. And it's very cool when you have people that are so excited to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I would say that's actually my answer too. Just to reiterate what Chelsea was saying, I'm also a transplant. I'm from South Florida. So moving here, I really enjoyed learning about the Revolutionary history because, as many of you know, Florida was not a colony then. You're just Spanish. We were still just Spanish mostly. And that was really interesting for me. But also, like Chelsea mentioned, how much people care and are welcoming in North Carolina. That's been very special to be a part of.
Well, on your tables, except for up here, I'm very sorry, I didn't know anyone was sitting with us. There's free swag, so please feel free to help yourself. You're going to have to go steal from someone else's table. Just kind of a little bit of what we have. If you like any of it, you want more. Unfortunately, we don't have a budget right now. I'm going to be very upfront about that. But we did put all of our graphics online. We have a create your own page. So if you're doing any kind of event and you like anything you see, feel free to take those graphics and print your own. But we just wanted to bring you a little something to read a little bit more about what we do, North Carolina history, and have a little token for inviting us out today.
Yes. Chelsea, thank you. Thank you both for being here and talking about all the things that are happening across the state of North Carolina. And thank you for the swag. We have a little swag as well that we like to provide to our speakers. This is the Rotary Club of Raleigh mug with a 4-way test, which we'll go over in just a minute in the back, as well as our America 250 shirt as well. So we'll make sure to get you in as well. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Rotarians, make sure to mark your count. Yes, yes, Kirk.
Those that are not from North Carolina? For those that are not from North Carolina, here's the 2 most important dates the North Carolinians do. If you look, those are 2 Halifax resolves and the Mecklenburg decks. They're on the state flag. So that shows you what 250 is all about. There you go.
Thank you, Kirk. Thank you. Yeah, make sure to mark your calendars for next week's presentation. Chuck Leedy will be here providing us with some insightful wisdom on oil prices. So that, Rotarians, will you please stand with me for the 4-way test? Of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? We are dismissed.